What's up, guys? It's Will here, back again for another episode of Lights, Camera, Collect. It is Friday, November the 14th, 5:18 p.m. We're only a couple minutes late this fine evening. It's going to be a fun one. Obstacle, before we even got started, you told me, dude, you were like, there's actually something to talk about tonight. Like last week, you said we were running dry. That is the perfect way to put it. We've been running dry for about a month and a half. Like it's been real bad. Ever since, I think the last real big piece of news was probably the Obi-Wan Kenobi that got announced. That was probably the biggest piece of news that we've had in the last month and a half or 2 months. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. And I can't imagine that, look, people shit all over Predator Badlands before it came out. But people were saying like, it's bad, it's woke, it's this and that. And now suddenly Deck has been announced by Hot Toys and it was a Thia, right? And everyone's like, I'm going to get this without seeing the movie. Yeah. Which I'm one of those people potentially. So we're going to talk about that. Dean, happy to have you back, bro. Happy to have you back. I know you're with the ladies all of last week.
Yeah. I had to start making schedules. And
did you had to coordinate all the ladies' schedules?
Yeah, and they didn't want to leave. I was like, look, I got another one coming in a couple of minutes. Like, you got to get out of here.
Optical's familiar with that. Yeah.
Restraining orders.
You're restraining orders on all of them? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, we had OxCon last week, so
nice. Well, it sounds like it was a relatively fun time for you, but
I mean, yeah, me and Zach had fun with a couple guys, but the economy fucking sucks. So a lot of people that wanted to come down from like Canada and Ohio and the Yankees, they couldn't do it. So I think it's just this year fucking sucks. So we'll see if we do it again.
You know what's crazy too is like I just feel like with our culture where we're at right now, no one wants to leave the house. Like no one wants to go to the movie theater. No one wants to travel to go to a con. No one wants to do much of anything except stay home and stream movies and like watch YouTube and TikTok. Like that's just what our lives are now. It's pretty crazy. Like no one wants to come to their home.
If I don't absolutely have to leave the house, I don't. I think I talked about this before.
Yeah,
but it's like groceries get delivered now, food.
Yeah,
fucking dating app at the tip of your fingers.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You want to come over? I don't have to leave the fucking house.
Mail order brides. Like you don't even have to go out. You could just buy one and have it shipped to you. Like that's pretty crazy. That's what I'm saying. Optical. I mean, I've never done it. I wouldn't do it. But people out there,
Windows are optional now.
Yeah, exactly.
Windows.
Yeah, I mean, who needs really anything these days?
You can take vitamin D.
But you know what, Optical people, they do care about TikTok. When that almost got banned, there was a lot of outrage. So, yeah, we do need that. We do need that. You know what I think about sometimes? I was thinking about this today. When it comes to food, do you guys, how like we buy figures and we get that nostalgia feeling? Do you ever get that with food? Like when you had lunch food back in grade school? Like you eat certain food and you're like, that reminds me of when I used to eat shepherd's pie at lunch, for example. Like, did you ever get that, Dean?
Yeah.
Like it's like the like maybe I don't know if you guys had Elio's pizza. I think that's what it was called, like the pizza slices, and they would make the circular ones too. Dude, it was delicious. Because like at our school, I don't know how y'all did it, but you could get the normal lunch, whatever was for lunch that day, or you could get the pizza that they made every single day, which you're gonna get pizza almost every day. So
yeah.
I was on like a heavy pizza diet in high school.
Yeah, there's I don't really get nostalgic with flavors because almost nothing tastes like cafeteria food.
Yeah.
But like smells, sometimes I'm like, damn, that takes me back. So like, even if it's like a bookstore or something, or like, you walk into a restaurant and like it smells like the cafeteria, or like, oh, I remember like going to that place for breakfast with my dad, or something like that. But I don't really get that. I don't, that scene in Ratatouille where the critic eats the ratatouille and he flashes all the way back to when he was a kid. That doesn't happen to me. I don't ever like get that way with flavors.
Okay, yeah.
Because so many places open and close. I'm 36.
Yeah. Yeah, but anytime I see like a chicken patty or shepherd's pie or a slice of pizza, that's what I think of. And I think
shepherd's pie at school.
Dude, shepherd's pie day was amazing.
That's crazy.
You guys didn't have that in Texas?
No.
Dude, optical, please
I
tell me
love shepherd's
you had
pie.
shepherd's pie, right?
Absolutely not. I mean, I don't know which kind
Okay.
of school did you go to, but
Dude, my school was
God
like the poorest in the state. So I mean, I don't know. We made
It doesn't sound poor.
yeah.
Eat shepherd's pie.
All team we were so poor.
and what happened to you? Now you eat cardboard box. I don't.
Yeah,
understand.
exactly. every once in a while, I'll venture out and get a shepherd's pie. But
Yeah, but look at him, dude. Look at me and look at him. He's doing
I mean,
it right.
you gotta
dude.
start eating that cardboard. I'm telling you, it'll work for you.
Who needs
But-
flavor? You know.
Yeah, who needs flavor these days? I have been on my cooking journey though. I started out pretty good. I made like a chicken and rice thing that was mixed all together and like with celery and some other shit. It was like some southern recipe. It was pretty good. I did a pretty good job.
Do you have like a crock pot or like a?
I don't have a crock pot. I used an oven and a stovetop for this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was a very simple recipe.
One of my biggest fucking pet peeves on the fucking planet
Yeah.
is people who are like, I can't cook. Haha, LOL. And I'm like, you're a full grown adult. Like, you should know how to. If you can read, you can fucking cook. Like,
Yeah.
stop. I hate other people think it's like a quirky thing. I'm like, it's embarrassing. It's like,
Yeah, well, I'm just now learning. So I cook chicken pretty well in an air fryer. So yeah, I mean that's. But optical, what kind of school food did you have available to you? Like I'm trying to think. Like was I like spoiled or something? Like
Probably. Yeah. I mean,
you didn't have pizza.
I
every
remember
day?
bringing my own lunch.
You packed
Oh.
lunch. You were a lunch packer.
Yeah, like even now with my kids.
Oh
Just-
wow. Okay.
They don't. I don't know. They just.
Well, it's
don't-
probably expensive now. I would assume.
dude.
I'm not.
You know,
sure.
it's
Yes.
the most embarrassing thing on the planet. My dad would give me money for lunch.
Yeah.
Not every day, but he would. And then every once in a while, he would pack me lunch. And I would still go through the lunch line and like get a tray of food.
Yeah.
And then I would get to the end to pay for it and be like, oh, I have a lunch.
Did you buy it anyway?
No, I didn't have money.
Okay.
He didn't
You had
give
to
me
put it
money. I
Okay.
felt so bad because
That's embarrassing,
they like scoop it for you.
Yeah.
It's like you can't put it back. I felt like- that happened
I'm
like
sure-
4 times. It was
I'm sure you
embarrassing.
were far from the only kid that was doing that. At the
It
time.
sticks with me today.
My kids
Fucking
does that too. Yeah.
Your
30
kids do?
years
Okay.
later.
Yeah, we would get a bill, it'd be like,
Okay, you get a bill from this. I think it's because they get to the end of the line and they're like, you know what? I hope I'm going to get this for free.
Right.
Yeah, and then
I can get away with this.
It was like I was so busy talking to my friends and hanging out. I didn't even think about it,
Yeah, yeah,
It's like, oh fuck, I have my own lunch.
yeah.
In my hands, mind you. Like it's not like it was somewhere else.
We got some good comments about it. So Whitney said, "Packing your kid's lunch is awesome." That is true if your kid is young, but if your kid is older, like in high school or some shit, optical is that a behavior that could get them bullied? Because
Unless you are the bully. So
okay, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I hope bullying is not a thing in school these days. But
I don't think it is.
I
because
didn't really see many kids pack lunch in my school, but we were poor, so I don't.
That's
know
why you pack lunch.
I mean, I feel like it depends on what you
can't
pack.
buy lunch in school, so you get what's in the house and you bring it to you.
Rather than pack lunch, you had caring parents. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. We got some really good comments on this one. So, can we talk about how schools gave us the same size juice box from kindergarten to 12th grade? That's true. It was a half a pint of chilled milk. Yeah, half a pint of chilled milk.
Yeah, a little carton.
I didn't
And
really
you had
like
to
the milk though. I would just get
Fucking
water. I think.
Fight it to get
Yeah,
it
you
open.
can get that shit open, and
you
after
rip in
and the milk was all like it tasted terrible for some reason. It was all old. Like it just didn't. This is how you get sick. You drink the school milk. Yeah, I
It
don't
could
know.
be powdered,
That's why you get chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good.
If
But
I had to drink milk, I was drinking chocolate.
I mean, chicken nugget day was like an event in my high school. Like that was like anything with chicken patty, chicken nuggets. Like I think it made me the man I am today.
we would do enchiladas down here. Enchilada day. was a thing.
Enchilada, that's fancy. Our school never had some shit like that. We had shepherd's pie.
Yeah, down here, you get enchiladas everywhere.
Mm. Yeah, well, it sounds
It
pretty
was
good.
like pizza day, sloppy Joe.
Wait, before we
uh,
move on, Dean, optical, were you in Chicago in grade school? Or were you in another country?
No, in the Philippines.
Okay,
They
so
don't
that's different.
provide lunch there. So
That's wild. So you had to
They
pack your own
don't.
lunch for everything.
right, like there's no such thing as free in there.
That's wild. So they didn't even sell lunch there. You had
They
to buy
do,
it.
but you got to buy it. So now,
okay,
if you
right.
don't have a lot of money, then you pack your own lunch, so you don't have to buy.
That's crazy. Wow.
Wow.
We have it pretty good here, Dean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we take school lunch for granted.
I don't know if you guys listen to any podcasts, but I listen to Bad Friends with Bobby Lee.
Oh,
and,
Bobby, yo, dude, that's awesome.
Nice. You like
and
that?
Rudy Jules is from the Philippines, and every time she tells a story, I'm like, fucking horrific, dude. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know which part she is in, but yeah, from the sounds of it, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, well, I mean, either way, like, and I'm just joking too. Obviously, I think they hopefully have bullying under control in schools. I think we all got bullied at some point in school for something. So it's just,
I think it needs to go back to a certain
does it? So people can learn accountability. No,
yes.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
The old saying, like, oh, you got to stand up to your bully and they'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
That's 100% true.
Oh, it is. You kicked him in the nuts, dude.
I only got bullied one time. I beat the fuck out of the guy on picture day. And no one ever bothered me again.
Did the photographer capture it? Did he get
no? But my coach, my coach had to pull me aside. I guess like wait for everybody else to do their pictures, and then I did it. But I didn't get any trouble because I didn't do anything wrong.
Dean throws optical. Who knew? Dean throws.
This was like 5th grade, maybe.
That's wild.
But like I always had a ton of friends, so like no one ever really bullied me except for one, and I fucking put a stop to it right away. And yeah, no one ever bothered me again.
That's what happens. You gotta let them know.
Yeah.
That, and I'm a big. I've always been a big.
Yeah, you're like an offensive lineman, dude. I'm not messing with you. Yeah. No. So anyway, guys, that was a fun chat. I think we went down memory lane there, and we learned about some really good stuff. So I'm happy for all of us that we got to experience that together. So what we also got to experience was an actual Hot Toys announcement. I messaged Optical like earlier this week before they announced some of this shit, and I was like, is Hot Toys gonna do it? Like, it's like that meme of poking the dog with the stick, like do something, like, or they're on the leash, right? That's basically how I felt with Hot Toys or any of these companies. J&D, InArt, Hot Toys. Are y'all alive? Is there anything going on? Is it like a bad time? Like, is this a bad time for you? Like, what's going on here? Because I can tell you,
end of the year.
Dean, but I can tell you by the end of the year, which we'll have that as one of our topics. By the end of the year, they're going to start pumping shit out because they know it's going to make their numbers optical better before the end of the year. They're going to try to bring in as much revenue before the end of the year as possible. So I think in the next month, that'll be a topic. We need to really start preparing for a lot of releases and a lot of announcements. It's already starting to happen, but I think we're in a very dry period for like a month and a half. Thank God. Hopefully it's over. Hopefully that time has passed. And you know what? Hot Toys, Deck, and Thia from Predator Badlands. Now, I think from what I remember, I think last I saw, Predator Badlands was sitting at about 85% on Rotten Tomatoes from critic. And the audience, I think, was around like 95 or something. It was very high, very, very high. Everyone I've talked to, Dean, I know you're shaking your head. Everyone I've talked to, Optical, Dean, everyone is messaging me saying this film is goated. It's incredible. They're saying you have to go see it right now. It's that good. Meanwhile, Dean, I'm going to go on a whole thing with this. Like, there are so many people that I'm seeing that are just like refusing to even watch it, that are like, Disney ruins everything. It's so woke. And apparently there's nothing woke in it at all.
There's nothing. I've watched this movie. There's nothing woke about this movie.
Oh, you saw
it's just, yeah, it's just not.
It's not great.
Fun. Okay. I enjoyed my time in the theater. That being said, it's not a Predator movie.
Okay. How would you describe it? Like, what is it?
It's a Disney Star Wars movie with a Predator alien in it. Like, it's like it's too silly. It's kind of cute sometimes.
Oh, I'm gonna love it.
The action's really cool, but like it's so family friendly that it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? It's a great action movie. It's so fun. I do like it, but calling it Predator it's not.
Is it wrong that sounds kind of great? Like, that sounds kind of good, doesn't it?
It's very Disney.
Okay, but it's not like a princess or something. It's not like fucking Princess and the Frog or something. It's like,
no, like I said, if you had made this alien a fucking Twi'lek, it'd be a great Star Wars movie.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not as violent as like Prey, for example.
Yeah, they're like the tone differences are like so far apart. It's like,
isn't it?
What?
Okay, so that's a whole nother conversation. So we'll not, because I want to get into that at some point. But this figure, Dean, I'll start with you before I get to Optical. You've seen the movie Optical, and I have not. But I got to say, from someone who has not seen the movie yet, hoping to go see it this weekend, that the Predator figure itself and Thea look incredible. Do they do justice to what you see on screen? What do you think?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Even the big ass feet.
So he had big ass feet in the movie.
He's got big ass feet because it's a guy in a suit. So
right.
They gotta like encapsulate his whole thing. I have really had no doubt that Hot Toys was gonna nail the Predator deck. I was worried about Elle Fanning.
Yeah.
Her likeness. But holy shit,
they killed it.
Really good.
They killed it.
That is so good. Obviously, it's a prototype, so they're usually they have to lead with their best foot forward. Notwithstanding ballerina figure.
That was not their best foot.
This
Dean,
one,
look at it. Dean.
is crazy good.
Look at it.
That's her.
Yep.
That's fucking Elle Fanning, dude. That's Shrink Ray.
Yep.
Yeah, this is super good. So, like, as a pack, I think this is like a figure and a half. This is a really cool solicitation.
That is like your first figure and a half pack. You know what I mean? Like
C-3PO and Chewie.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true. But that one's that's true. That one's not out yet technically, but it has been announced. You're right. So that's fair. Still, I think this looks incredible. Optical. I got to get your thoughts on this. Like, I got so many messages, and I'm very tempted myself. So many messages from people saying like, I have not seen the movie, and I need to dopo this. Like, this looks seamless body Optical. Like the mandibles, of course, are nothing new, but they look incredible. The paint apps look great. Like Dean said, Elle Fanning's character with Thea looks fantastic. The armor looks cool. Again, from what I've heard, no spoilers, Dean, don't tell me, this is not your normal Predator. Like, Deck is not your normal type of Predator. There's something different about him, and I'm excited to see and explore what that is. But for a figure, I think this would look super cool next to Feral Predator. I think it's a very different type of Predator, different type of story, and I think having that in my display would be great. So I am highly interested in this one. Really want to go see the movie, hoping to this weekend. That would be fantastic. And then if not, I'll see it maybe next week or something. Optical. Why are these actually kind of incredible? Like, is this like, did Hot Toys like save all the resources? They were just like, you know what? Fuck Obi-Wan. People will buy it regardless. But they were like, let's pull all of our resources into Deck.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, that's always been the case. Like the things that they feel like are not gonna sell, like, it feels like they go all out. We'd be like, oh, you're thinking twice about getting this. There you go. But the things that we are gonna get, like, let's say Tony Stark, the Mark 6, they'll be like, oh, I think I heard it from Dean. He said like his face looks like melted ice cream. It's like, all right, here we go. Just like the Tony Stark Mark 6. Yeah. Now, Dean, before so have you seen the 2019-18 Predator with Olivia Munn?
Oh no, I heard that one was fucking
awesome. I was gonna ask because this was highly, I guess, rated, right? Yeah. Like, and Dean was kind of like so with this because I watched that movie. It was okay. Have you seen that, Will?
Which one? The Olivia Munn one?
Olivia Munn? No.
I've only seen Prey, the original, and then hopefully this one. Those would be the only ones.
I'm not hard to entertain. Like, you put Olivia Munn in there, I'm entertained.
Okay, you're gonna watch. Okay.
Because I was just wondering, it was like, is that in the same level as this? I doubt it, But if let's just pretend it's the same level. That is badly rated, by the way. Like,
not like this one, yeah.
And I'm still entertained. So I'm pretty sure I have a feeling I'm gonna like this. Now, last week we talked about this and we were just like, all right, I don't know, it doesn't really look like Predator. The movie needs to be great for me to get this. I haven't even seen the movie and I want to get this. It's like, just as a figure, I'm not, whether I'm gonna like the movie or not. And I bought figures which I didn't like the movie.
Morbius.
I mean,
I'll have to go look at those scores.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's like Shang-Chi. Not exactly, dude. Dean, you missed that whole conversation
I
where,
guess so.
where I was just glazing on Shang-Chi. But optical, so you're in on this figure even though you haven't seen it.
Dude, like there's so many. Is Prey the same way with Mandible? Because before,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys owned the previous Predator. It's like a puzzle. Like the upper lip is different, and then left, right, and then the bottom.
Prey is just one piece. You just plug it in. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's nothing new because I'm used to like left, right, up, and bottom. If you're gonna replace them.
Okay. No, this is just
like
one. It slides
puzzle.
in.
And you can see the seam on the side whenever you replace the mandible because it's 4 pieces. But this one you only see it on the side, so I think that's the big plus. Obviously, the seamless body, but the hair is pretty cool too. Where you can, it's like John Wick, like John Wick 4, you can replace with John Wick. It's the front part, where it's magnetic. This one is the back. I'm like wondering, it's like, how's that going to stay? Because I feel like that's heavier than what John Wick is, because John Wick is just a few strands in the front. With him, it's the entire back part. Is Prey also, because I don't have that figure, Will, is that rubber or plastic?
I believe it's rubber. Yeah, it should be. I think it's rubber. Pretty sure from what I remember. It's not interchangeable though. I do know that. It's just literally hanging and you can move them around and shit.
So I'm guessing this is plastic then.
I think it is. I think it's going to be because it's interchangeable. So it's probably not going to be rubber pieces. I bet it's probably plastic.
That's the biggest, at least the older Predators, because that they melt. If you're in a hotter country, that rubber melts, and then the beads kind of like fades and all that stuff. So and then if you have him looking like that, jumping, and then his hair is like flying in the air, that's pretty cool. That's a lot of improvement, right?
They look at the legs too, dude. Like the detail, it's just
and silicone, right? Supposed to be this is silicone.
Yeah, I think it is. Apparently there's a vinyl aspect in there.
It says it's soft vinyl.
Yeah, it's a vinyl. Yeah. Okay. So a vinyl. So yeah, so it's seamless. So it should be a vinyl that should hold up. With Venom, was he rubber? I don't I exactly.
It feels like it. They're kind of squishy.
Like same with Carnage. Yeah, it squishes. I don't know with the vinyl how it's gonna feel, but I still think it's, I mean, this is really cool. I think again, if you like the movie, this is the type of figure again that will stand out on your shelf. Like this is the type of figure that people will be like, "Holy shit, that's a toy."
His throat, though. Do you notice something about his throat? Like,
no, I can zoom in. What's wrong with it?
I mean, I don't know.
I should call her.
Yeah. Oh, this you mean?
Yeah.
It's a little sus there. That
it feels
but
like.
I mean, when you know, but it's Oh yeah, I see it. It's there. But I mean, it's so cool. I mean, it is what it is. That's Predator for you.
It's made me hungry, dude.
Well, anyway, I mean, you don't have to use that mandible. You could use the other one,
right?
So if that really bothers you, then
it doesn't. If it bothers you,
it should be fine. Yeah, but no, it's pretty cool, dude. I love this Predator. I think it looks great. I'm super excited to see the movie, and hopefully this weekend. And if not, then next week. But this Elle Fanning looks fantastic. They absolutely kill. And again, $400. I think that's reasonable considering what you're getting. The base is ass. I'll say that the base is ass. I don't know if you guys.
What even is the base?
So let me show you, Dean. Optical. You probably talked about it in your preview. I think I watched that. It's very simple. Looks like one of the sand bases from the Star Wars figures. Like it looks like ass. Yeah, that's a sorry excuse for a display base. It should be a diorama base of some kind. But
I'm excited. Not going into spoilers, but
sorry. There you go.
Oh yeah, that's kind of lame.
It's pretty terrible. Yeah.
I will say there's a lot of room left for more figures for this movie. So
okay,
I'm kind of excited to see, maybe just because it's new that they're only giving us this. And once the movie's out for like a month or two, we'll get some more figures. But I mean, this line could be not deep, but at least like 2 or 3 more figures from this movie. Yeah, maybe even 4. So, because with like Prey, it was really, you could really only do 2, and they only did 1. So it's like, what the hell? So I'd like to see them extend the line. Because again,
more
it is What's that?
Is there a more worthy character that would look good in a toy?
Apparently there is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in the trailer, you see his dad.
His dad apparently is super cool. Yeah.
Dad looks dope, dude.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple more characters or like late movie looks that you could do. Even like little companions that you could do. So like again, it's a fun movie. I enjoyed watching it. I watched it with my friends. So like we did have a good time. I do definitely want to state that. It's just like you could have called this anything else and it not be attached to Predator and it would have been fine. But
Yeah.
Deca's a really cool character. I like Deca a lot. And Thia's, take or leave it, but I love Elle Fanning. So that's pretty much what got me in the door was Elle Fanning.
I heard she's great in it. Yeah, I heard she's great.
Yeah, so I'd like to see more of that. So
okay,
but yeah, this looks great. This does look really cool. I will say in figure form, and maybe it's just the way they shot the movie. The figure is a lot more vibrant, like the gold on his armor and the outfit, like it's like a stark black tunic, and I think it's just like the color grading of the movie. But yeah, this looks great.
Yeah, Optical. I think you and I might be in on this. We'll see, but yeah, I have my suspicions that it's. I mean, and again, I'm excited about these numbers I'm seeing here. And like I said, everyone who has messaged me and told me to go see it, I trust these people. And they told me, they're like, well, you got to drop what you're doing and go see this. Like, I'm super excited about it. So anyway, guys, let us know your thoughts in the comment section in the live chat down below. And we'll keep it moving. So we got another release here. We'll talk about this Iron Man real quick. So the Iron Man Mark 42, Optical Dean, this is one, Optical, I don't know if you and I talked about this. I was like really tempted by this one back when it was announced. Because I feel like I mean, maybe not because they've made like a 3.0 or 2.0 version now. I really like the Mark 42, even though it has almost no significance in the MCU. Like Iron Man 3 is not a good movie, really. Like it's okay, right? But it's not the Mark 7 or the Mark 6 or, the Mark 46 or the Mark 85 or anything like that. But now they've released the, Mark 42. And I think overall it looks fantastic. The head sculpt, I get what you guys are talking about. I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's great. I still think it probably is the best Tony Stark head sculpt that they've done so far. I'm gonna be real with you. I still think it probably is the best. I think the armor itself is really great. And what's super cool, I saw Figure Hideout did a review on it already. It has optical USB light up functions. He was talking about though, like how sensitive and fragile it is though. Like when you are assembling it and like doing all the, installation and making sure that everything's set up properly, that you really do make sure that you're very safe and gentle with it, because there's like a port inside the helmet and you have to run the wire into the back of the suit. And it's like, you got to be super careful with it, but it lights up the whole suit with, a plug in the back and then in the helmet. And it's pretty cool optical. So, I mean, I'll start with you, Optical, on this one. Could this figure revolutionize light up features for Iron Man? And do you think we're going to see 2.0s, 3.0s of every Iron Man and say, you get USB, bitches? How about that?
God, 3.0s. Here we come. I think it will. Yeah, all it needs is one. Like when this was diecast, everything became diecast. Like they redid Mark 7, everything.
Yep.
That is the wires. Yeah, that is the downside.
And there's like a little port in there. Yep. So
before they're all independent when it's batteries, like, that's magnetic.
So he was saying you have to be careful not to crush the wire, because then you got to put the head on and you got the wire in there. So, and then you plug it in his back. See, so this I think is extra. Like, you don't need all that, but it's going to be, so he's saying like, you have to be very careful when you plug that in so you don't bend and crush the wire, which I can tell you people are going to do. Yeah.
You know what they should have done is, the port should be just, what do you call that, to metal, so when it touches, so you don't use wires,
right?
But maybe I don't know how expensive that would be, but at least you don't have to. I'd take that, even though it's kind of risky, because once you put the head sculpt in, you don't see what's happening underneath it, so you don't know if you're crushing it. I mean, I guess you could do whatever you could, but dude, this is I smell a 3.0.
Of
I smell
everything.
a 3.0 coming. And
Yep.
then the 4.0, you don't even need a USB. It has a
Yep.
built-in battery that you just charge the figure.
Yep.
So I guess, I mean, we're just talking about this figure itself, but I can smell from a mile away 3.0 coming. And then they're going to improve some things, head sculpt, because like you said, I think this is the best head sculpt of Tony Stark. This is where you're going to have to maybe ask yourself, like Hiko, where do I really want the best here if all I'm getting is not put batteries?
Right.
So, yeah, it's look at that. Like, he has a full illustration of how this
How
shit,
sensitive it is.
right. Like, next part would be, I'm guessing, the touch ports is metallic, so you don't have to deal with this. Who knows?
Right.
But if they 2.0 everything, which is, I do have a lot of Iron Man, this is probably one thing where I would be like, I'll wait for the 4.0 where it's just battery.
The
where it's
4.0.
battery now. Because
Yeah.
honestly, with my Iron Man, they stay in the Hall of Armor.
Yeah.
I don't even need that. But as far as just this figure, I always like 42 because it's different color than 1 to 7, because from a normal, not even collector, for a normal human being, Mark 3, 4, 6, and 7 all looks the same.
Yep.
Like to a normal, but this is like, oh, it's gold. It's the reverse. It looks like spaghetti. But it's, to me, even though Iron Man 3 is not really well loved, this is still the featured armor in that movie, and still, as a figure, looks good.
I think optical what we need in the future, and I know it's possible. You stand Iron Man on the base, he lights up. Like, you plug in the base somehow with a USB cable in the back. You plop him on the base, he lights up.
Right.
Like, that's the future eventually. I don't know. That could be 5-10 years from now. And that's what they're going to do optical. They're going to make all of these again with USB-C option. And then in another 5 years, make them all again with the fucking plug them on the base. If you could charge a phone by putting it on a base, then I think there's a way to charge it.
I feel like at some point they need battery, because now if you want to light it up, you're limited to the base.
Yes.
Now you can't take him off the base. Like, I get with a base, but you need to put some batteries. Are getting smaller and smaller these days, those lithium batteries. Yeah. So if you put one on his back and then you put him on the base and then he lights up and charge at the same time, that is cool. But some people would want to take him out, have him lit up, even though you can Photoshop all of these lights anyway. But yeah, I don't know. That would be in the 5.0.
But in your display optical, I mean, look, I love the Mark 42 suit. I just wish it had more significance in the MCU. But I'm with you though, optical. Like, if you line up a group of Mark 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, everyone would be like, that's the same figure. Yeah. Like, besides us, obviously. But and again, you're collecting for you, but still at the same time, the Mark 42 has so much personality. It's just such a cool, I like the gold. I think it's a really cool design suit. And this figure has a ton of presence, like in this type of pose. I think this is a really, really well done figure. I'm not going to own it because to me, it looks beautiful, but I don't have this connection to it. So that's why to me, it's going to end up being a pass, but it's a very good figure.
That looks like a shrunken quarter scale. I have the quarter scale.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a great figure.
Yeah.
And what do you think, Dean? Do you think it's going to, revolutionize the light up features for Iron Man figures? Because I mean, it is a big change. And you're muted, Dean, by the way.
Yeah, I think, because we saw the USB feature with the Mark 1 remake they did not that long ago. Is that figure even out?
The Mark 1, yeah, that one's out there. Yeah,
it's out. Okay. I know. I don't think it has any lights, but it has the little motor on the back.
The motorized feature. Yeah.
And we thought we would see that moving forward, and we really didn't. So to see it finally here, and holy shit. I mean, like you said, this is a shrunken down quarter scale. I mean, they put all the bells and whistles on this figure. And I feel like that's not that that's what's missing on all the other figures, but like really with Iron Man's, you got a couple hands and a head sculpt, and that's about it. Maybe a swap out chest piece or something. But I think the Mark 7 kind of did it best, with like the missile pods and the transforming feature and, like the back flap. Well, most Iron Man figures have back flaps, but not like this. This is a crazy amount of little detail that they packed into this figure. So I could very easily see them doing 3.0s with all this stuff and the USB. And bro, everyone's gonna fucking want to replace their Iron Mans, dude. Like, yeah, Iron Man is one of those characters where it's like I have, either all of them or the version I want.
Right.
And if they come out with the version I have, but better, he's one of those characters that you're going to do it,
Yeah, he is.
So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of where they put the plug. It looks like you have to open one of those back flaps to even plug it in.
Mm-hmm.
I would have preferred it a little more, maybe like in his like mid back or something.
Yeah.
But that's just like an aesthetic choice. But it is very cool to see. You just plug it in the one time and you're good to go. And you just leave it on your shelf, hide the wire in a cool pose.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I could definitely see them doing all the other fucking figures.
Oh, they're going to. They're going to. We've been calling that for a while now. It's going to happen. Any chance they have to, again, make incremental improvements to get you to buy the same figure multiple times. It's smart business. It really is. It kind of sucks for us, Optical, but it is brilliant kind of on their part. They don't have to make a giant leap every time. They make a small leap enough to get you to jump back in and say, oh, I need to upgrade. I need that. And then they get you to buy the 4.0.
And to be fair, Will, that only works for certain characters.
Yeah.
But Iron Man is one of them.
Yeah, he is one of them. Yeah, 100%.
You'll be like, okay, I'll buy again.
Because those batteries are so inconvenient that people are going to be like, I'll pay $400 to not have to use those batteries ever again. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because you can still sell the other one for $2.
Yeah, $250.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to somebody who doesn't really give a fuck that just wants a cool figure.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because that's a good deal for a diecast Iron Man, $250.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good deal. Yeah.
So really, you're only paying half of whatever it costs new. But
yeah.
But
I mean, I think they did a really good job here. Again, I don't think this is like a 10 out of 10 Tony Stark head sculpt, but I think it's pretty good. It's pretty good, and I love the battle damage.
Yeah, the battle damage is heavy.
Is it okay?
I mean,
you meant like the parts are heavy themselves.
Right.
You mean like the damage itself is painful.
Oh no, like everything, because you know Hot Toys, whenever they put a battle damage version, they will do. I don't think you need to do that on Mark 42. Like you can't release a battle damage Mark 42 because it's already covered here. So,
but look how cool that is. Like that's
cool.
That is such a good suit. I love this suit.
The Mark 42 is fucking awesome.
The Mark 42 is really cool. I really like it. I don't know why people like 47 so much. Like I never have understood.
Is that still a thing? I know that was a thing because he was a grail for a little bit.
Is it like kind of a hipster choice because it's like all silver and like it? I don't get the Mark 47.
I think the love started.
You don't like 47 either, do you?
46 is where it's at. Dude.
46 is amazing.
46, yeah. Plus the
46
significance of 46, I get it. Civil War, he did the shield on his chest, but 47, I mean, he wore that in to meet up, Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's true. And people keep saying in the chat, I saw battle damage Mark 85, or sorry, Mark 50, battle damage Mark 50. I think that might get some people because Mark 50 was not a super hot ticket, but if you battle damage it, have him fighting Thanos. That could be
with all
too soon.
The nano.
Yep, the nano parts.
Half of his arm is out.
Yep, and then you have the light up optical and Dean. Like, dude, come on.
Yeah,
that's a sell right there. I think they're gonna sell that one. We did get another release from Hot Toys here. It's actually the Dark Knight Returns Batman, and again, this is something that is not going to appeal to everyone. It's not Christian Bale Batman or it's not Pattinson Batman. It's a different type of Batman, and it definitely has a more, animated comic booky vibe to it, which a lot of people have been asking for this for quite a long time. Not something that I've seen. So it's not something that I'm familiar with this version or this iteration of Batman, but Optical for $255. A lot of collectors, I've seen a lot of third-party versions of this from what I remember. Like there have been a lot of people who have made, unlicensed versions of this character, and Hot Toys clearly recognized eventually this is Batman. Like this is Batman. Like we can make any version of him and it will move the needle for us and it will sell units. And this version clearly, I think, has a lot of people excited about it. My question though being is that the norm? Is that the majority, or is it just a diehard group of fans who really love this iteration? But Optical, I'm just worried that this Batman might be not for everyone. What do you think about that?
I think you're right, but I believe there's a market for this. I'm
Okay.
a little confused though where Hano walks in, because I
Right.
always feel like this should be Hano. Like Doctor Doom should have been Hano,
Mhm.
or and like I thought that was for comic book characters. So when do they really come in? Like, and I think by the sales of Doctor Doom, it's already sold out for most places.
Yeah.
Like, so that means and our movies are based off comic books, and maybe we are not. I know we're not, Will, but a large portion of collectors still reads comic books and have affiliation with these guys. So the 255 price tag is pretty fair in my opinion, because the custom for this was like 800-900 back in the day.
And no head sculpt. I mean, yeah.
No head sculpt too, like, so I think it's fair enough. I guess the only question I have is, why is it not Hano? Why make it 220 maybe and make it Hano? Like, what makes this a Hot Toy and Doctor Doom? I know they're both good figures, but I always thought that was going to be the separation for Hano. It's like, all right, comic book version and then MMS, movie master. I'm not complaining because I do like this figure as well. Am I going to get it? Probably. I didn't pre-order it, but remember, Will, last week we were talking about third party, and this is what I'm talking about, because this is only $40 more than a third party.
Mhm.
So I would get this before that Magneto, like, because this is still Hot Toys.
Yeah.
This is still, like, what you're getting quality wise when you hold them. Good looking figure. It would go well with the Killing Joke that they're going to release as well. So you put them together, like the Batman Joker comic book version. So I think there's always a market for that. Is it for everyone? No, but this is one of those figures. I feel like that if they do, if it's not a lot, this would be a chase down the line. If it doesn't sell much and they didn't do much, this would be one of those like, all right, shoots up to like 500-600.
It could be, and you got to think optical. This has got to be a custom body. No, I mean, like, what type of body? You can't. This is bigger than Arnold's body, for example.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's the body they use for Superman, for the Corn Sweat, because Corn Sweat does look pretty big in like not in the movie, but in the figure form. Like Hot Toys made him, I think, almost too big. It's a little bit interesting there, but it almost like looks like maybe that type of body. But this body is bulky. This is a big boy here.
Yeah.
So they might have had to make a custom body for this guy, which is, again, a whole undertaking in itself. But yeah, you're right, Optical. This could be a chase down the line for some people who really decided like, oh, I didn't need it at the time. Or maybe I wasn't collecting at the time. Because when are you going to get another one like this?
Right.
I mean,
especially if it doesn't sell well, like,
Right.
all right, we're not going to revisit this kind of, thing anymore.
I think it still will, because it's Batman, and regardless of which version it is, unless it's like some random thing like Batman XE suit, something like that. Like, this is not random. So this is something that's very recognizable to a lot of fans. So I think it will move okay. But Dean, what do you think? Is this one going to entice collectors to jump in and buy this thing?
Oh man. Well. I like how you immediately were like, oh, it's no Bale Batman.
Yeah.
First of all, you wouldn't even fucking have Bale Batman without this Batman. Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, fucking almost invented the gritty, fucking dark Batman. So how dare you, first of all?
Bale is goated, Dean. You're gonna have to accept it one day.
I'm a pretty fair weather Batman fan. I like Batman. I used to watch it as a kid. I was never much of a reader of the comics. But I got into Frank Miller's Batmans not that long ago because I got the Punchline statue, so I started just devouring Batman content. And the cartoons are pretty good. The comics obviously better. And even I am tempted by this because this looks fucking straight off the pages, dude. And the cartoon is a pretty faithful style. I love this. This this is like what fucking Affleck's Batman wishes it was. You know what I mean? Like,
You're just taking shots at all the Batman right now. Christian
well,
Bale,
because like,
Affleck.
because Affleck's Batman was the older,
Yeah.
he's been through the fucking ringer, and he's not pulling his punches anymore, right? We see him in the movie just fucking people up. That's this Batman time. Like, this Batman's that times 10. Like,
Okay.
yeah, this is really fucking cool. I love this. This looks like how you would imagine Batman to look like. Just fucking jacked and scary. Look at that smile, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
he looks
he's
pretty
over
creepy.
it.
Yeah.
He's fucking, I'm gonna beat the living shit out of you. I love this. This is so cool.
I mean, this is roided up Batman. He's fucking huge. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Using PRT.
And he's an old man here. He's like in his 60s or something.
He's definitely on some shit then. He's juicing.
Yeah,
no
that's
doubt about it.
TRT.
Yeah, exactly. Optical. We know exactly what this is because it's pretty wild. But I will say Bale, Optical, we know Bale is goated, right? I mean, we're pretty
I
confident
mean,
in
it's
that.
not even a question.
Bro,
Yeah.
this Batman dog walks Bale.
I don't know. Well, you can't talk power level to power level because they have different sort of goals. You know what I mean? Dark Knight is like more grounded, and it's like saying like Superman could beat the shit out of Corrin Sweats. Yeah, but they're different. Like they're just like they're not. They had to bring him down a level. Henry Cavill would probably beat Corrin Sweat Superman, but still, it's different stories. It's different stories because I mean he's a lot bigger and stronger. Like Zack Snyder made him like a god, so it was like
That's
not
true.
even interesting.
Oh,
It was like. That was my thing, Dean. It was like, dude, Optical, I can go a whole thing with this. I did like Snyder Cut a lot, but it's kind of not interesting when you have this really cool villain and then Superman shows up and he's like, who the fuck is this guy again? And he just like beats the shit out of him and he's laughing about it. And I'm like, this is not fun. Like, what's the point of even having the Justice League? You just need the Superman League. And then at that point, who fucking cares what else you got? Because it's like, I mean, what is Aquaman really going to do? Like, you just need Superman to blow some fucking ice on him, and then it's game over. So you're like, okay, well, that could have been solved a lot more easily. We didn't even need the rest of the team. Who needs them? Cut their salaries because all we need is Superman
Okay, let's not forget Batman can also dog walk Superman,
with some kryptonite. Yes, but yeah.
which is what his brain's doing.
Yeah, but if you don't have kryptonite, he's not standing a chance. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way. I saw Batman be Superman. So
yeah, someone asked about the base. Is it a gargoyle base on this one? Or
No, I
don't think so.
No, it's the Mark 1 Iron Man Mark 1 base.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
With a Batman logo on it.
Batman logo on it. But yeah, it's the.
Remember how many times they used that street base with the bullets on it, like Mark 7 and Terminator, and like a bunch of times? Yeah, they used that a bunch.
Damn, a gargoyle base would have gone hard on this one.
Yeah, it would have. I remember that show Gargoyles. You remember that? Pretty good. Back when we were kids.
Yeah,
Well, that was a segue.
That was a wild time. Yeah, I remember. So
what were they even? Crime fighters?
I think they were crime fighters. Yeah,
That's the purple one, right?
Yeah, I think it was called Gargoyles.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
it
this
was
is
called
gargoyles. NECA just did a whole line of figures.
They did.
from
It tanked.
Oh, nice.
It did really well at first, and then they just
Yeah,
no one cared.
they
The
tried to
only
do the
reason I knew
Ninja
is I saw it
Turtles.
on Big Bad. I was tempted. I was like, oh, it's 40% off. It's like maybe I should get one. But I was like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, they try to do the Ninja Turtle treatment, and it's like, Gargoyles doesn't have Ninja Turtle fans.
No, it's not. It's not on that level.
Yeah.
People in the chat, let us know if you remember Gargoyles because
Dude.
that shit was fire in the day.
Speaking of which, Dean, what if Hot Toys makes Ninja Turtles? What?
Well, Mondo just did. So
That
I'm
would
not
be
sure.
crazy.
Mondo just made them, so I'm not sure Hot Toys.
Imagine if they do, or like with
Well-
this, what if they do Alex Ross, like just Alex Ross, Superman, Batman? I don't know. Maybe that would sell. Who knows?
I don't think so. I'm not convinced. Turtles would sell. I mean, I guess maybe. Is that what you're talking about? Turtles? You're talking about Gargoyles?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
you got
Turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Ninja
that.
Turtles,
Remember who did the Ninja Turtles? Is it 3-0?
Mondo just
Zero
made them.
did the Bay Turtles.
3-0, the newer ones, and that is going for a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
No one bought them because they're the new turtles, and then
Well,
now
next
they're going for like
quarter
500.
scale ones, and those went real up in price. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, those quarter scale ones. So Yeah, we did get a super chat, by the way. Thank you so much. Ultra Brandon Fat. Thank you, bro. Dean, preach to this Gen Alpha baby Will. LOL. Dark Knight and Dark Knight Returns is goated. Plus, the best Batman, Batfleck, is based on this, and Jack like this skinny Bale. Bale was lean. Okay. Bale was
lean.
That's
a better term. Yeah.
That's what I say
he
about
was
myself.
jacked. It was just lean.
Yeah.
So he has
It's like a,
you
it's like a heavyweight boxer versus like a runner.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Like David Goggins, like fighting against
David Goggins could be a good Batman.
Yeah, he actually would be a good Batman. I keep this Joker here. Dean hasn't been here just to upset him every show. So he has to think about the Joker every time he's on this live stream. That's why I do it. But I just want to torture him slowly.
Zach doesn't treat me like this.
Well, Zach is an angel. So at this point, and him and Danny Lee are the two angels in the community. So guys, let's keep moving on real quick. And again, that's mostly the news. So that's more than what we've had in the last month and a half.
And we're gonna freestyle from now.
Yeah, and we're gonna freestyle the rest of the show, and we're talking about really important shit. This is kind of news. Hot Toys General Grievous has arrived in collector's hands. Sideshow has started shipping it. Comic Concepts has not started shipping it though. So I want to look at the camera and tell Josh, where is Grievous? Because I'm sure they have shipped them in batches. So that batch has not yet arrived. And I'm getting antsy because I really want Grievous. I did have some people say, like, Will, why Grievous? Grievous is cool as shit, dude. Grievous is super cool. You got Grievous, didn't you, Optical?
I pre-ordered it, but yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
I didn't pre-order it. No, I did.
Big Bad better hook you up, bro.
Because they're better. Yeah.
And Dean, did you secure Grievous?
I didn't. I never heard back from our friends.
Oh my God. I'll text him for you. I'll text him. Yeah. It's unacceptable behavior from friends.
I messaged him and never heard back, but I ended up buying the life-size R2D2 from Home Depot. So
oh, how is that?
Ooh,
it's fucking amazing. Now every day when I walk or when I come into my house, R2D2 greets me.
So is he's like motion activated? Like he'll greet you.
What happened to after Thanksgiving rule here?
Dude, there's none of that anymore.
Okay, one, I had to buy it immediately because it keeps selling out like that.
Yeah,
like
it does.
In minutes. In fact, the first time I tried to buy it, as I was putting in my information and I hit buy, it had sold out.
Damn.
So when it popped up again, luckily all my information was still there, so I just had to click it.
There's a Chewbacca as well, right, Dean? There's a Chewbacca.
Yeah, there's a Chewbacca, Vader, and a Stormtrooper.
Ooh, nice.
But yeah, dude, it was like for years I've been saying I want a life-size R2D2, and the cheapest way to do it is the Sideshow one, which is like $7,000, and it doesn't move or animate; it just has lights and sounds. And then if you want to, you could build your own, but it costs like $20,000 to do it. And I don't know how to fucking do that shit.
Well, it doesn't cost $20,000 for a Grievous. It only costs
but the R2D2 is cheaper than Grievous. He was only $300,
which is crazy. But
yeah,
is R2 figure of the year though?
I have a video.
Oh,
bro,
okay.
the fact that he's only $300 is crazy.
Is it die cast?
No,
it's probably plastic. But
that is so cool.
That is actually cool. Yeah, it's actually cool. They knew they were going to sell millions of this. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's on this big ass base, but that's what kind of rotates him around.
Can he actually like ride around, or does he have to stay in one?
No,
spot?
he stays in one spot, but the base is what rotates. But then his head moves and he has lights and sound.
I think you just got a text from a girl, Dean. I saw it pop up.
No, it was. I don't know what that was.
That's early for booty call. Right?
Yeah, it is. It's good early. It's only like 5 o'clock over there.
There's like the cat in my backyard.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Like a stray, like a feral.
Yeah, I feed cats.
Oh yeah, we do too. Actually, anyway,
on Dean's backyard.
But I couldn't secure the R2, so I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll buy Grievous." And then like, I never heard back. And then like a few days later, I got the R2. So
nice.
I still want Grievous, but
I'll text him. Yeah, we need to text our friend and tell. We need to teach him what's appropriate and tell him that he needs to respond to friends. Yeah. So Dean, I'll ask you first on this one. Grievous looks incredible, and look, the people on Reddit, the people of Reddit are saying, and the people on Facebook are saying, this figure's incredible. It's a figure of the year contender. And look, that doesn't mean much coming from me. I've disqualified myself because I always say everything's figure of the year. That's apparently what the people say about me. And I think they might be onto something. But I do think this one, I've said for a while, Optical and Dean, that this one has the potential to be figure of the year. But my question is Grievous an important enough character to be figure of the year? Does that matter, or is it purely on the figure, Dean? What do you think about that?
I'm trying not to be real biased here because I do own the battle damage Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, is Grievous more important than a Vader? No. But that being said, this is a figure that I think pretty much everybody who collects Star Wars Hot Toys has been waiting for.
Yes.
And not only did they do it, they nailed it. It's not falling apart. It's not breaking like, their competition. It came out, I think, better than a lot of people's expectations, which was pretty high. That's not an easy thing to do. But I mean, I don't even know if it's like, this is going to sound crazy, but like, I think the T-1000 is a more important character than Grievous. You know what I mean?
I think I don't think that's crazy. I think that's
yeah, that's valid.
I think that's fair.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah. Culturally, he probably is. Yeah.
It felt weird saying it, but like, culturally, like T2 is such a more important movie than episode 3. And really, they just kind of threw in Grievous at the last minute. Grievous is very cool now because of, like Clone Wars and stuff. But
he's probably like Darth Maul level. Like I would say like maybe slightly lesser than Darth Maul. Like,
that's fair.
Yeah, around there.
So like Hot Toys has released a lot of great stuff this year. So like I don't know. Like that's tough. Now over on CW, we are doing the figure awards, and you can go and nominate any figure you want. And the most nominated figures get added to the list. And then we do voting later that, once there's a for sure list of figures, you could go and vote. But I don't know. I don't see Grievous popping up on there.
I mean, I think he's pretty great.
He's really great.
I don't have it in hand yet, but I think he's pretty great. Where do you sit on this one, Optical? Do you think he has the potential to win people over for figure of the year? I'm seeing some of the chat saying he is. What do you think?
I think as if you are just talking about just pure figure, he might be up there, because of we saw a disaster prior to this, and
two of them,
and just him being done properly, kind of like, oh, finally, in that standpoint, sure, like I see it. Is the cachet there, because he is who he is. Me personally, it'll be Bane.
Bane is
because Bane, it's Bane. It's just the name itself, and then they got it right. They got it right. Rolling eyeball system, the body, so the backdrop.
Was Bane this year? Or was Bane last year?
I want to say it was this year.
I want to say this year.
Oh no, I think it was last year.
Oh, I think he was Optical, but honestly, you're on something. Bane is an incredible choice. I'm just
or I would go Wolverine.
Bane is last year. Wolverine is also excellent.
Two head sculpts, cheaper.
Wolverine's
price.
Amazing.
Like his swappable arms. It is Wolverine. So
it's Wolverine.
It was funny though, Optical. I mean, I mean, cut you off, Optical, on this one. Like, you know what I've noticed? A lot of people selling and canceling their Wolverines. Like the hype has died down.
It feels like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how far removed from the movie are we? They took a long time to
They did. It was like, and Deadpool came out so fast, and then Wolverine took like 2 years. So
maybe it's because they released the first Wolverine, like the non-deluxe, so fast that it was sitting on the shelf, and then it finally sold out. Maybe people were like, okay, I'm gonna buy this. And then now this Wolverine is like, I don't want to double dip. I bought that, So
I mean, I think this is in the contention for figure of the year. I think it's going to end up in the top 5. I think for me at least, I can't imagine getting this unless it literally falls apart on me. I can't imagine getting this and being like, this isn't cool. I've heard it's also like the figure is a lot bigger than you would imagine. Like you get it in hand and you're like, this is like a big fucking figure. Like he's going to be hunched down, but I saw the size comparison. I think Zord Photography did it at one point, and it was pretty wild to see. So yeah, this guy's going to take up a decent amount of space, and he might be like maybe Optical like Carnage size. Like he might be something like that.
I don't think anyone's gonna display him like upright like that though.
Yeah,
like, he's gonna be hunch over.
Well, see, like this, I would never do this pose unless you have him in a DTOF in his own shelf.
Right.
Because like it's going to take up too much room in like a Maji case, for example. But if you had him like this is an amazing setup. This thing is going to pop on a shelf, 100%. So I'm super excited to get it in hand. Happy for the people who are getting it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see over time how people will feel about it, how the figure tends to age. So let's keep moving, guys. Let's talk about some of the more, pressing topics, big picture topics that we want to get into. I don't know if I sent you Optical and Dean this one before because I was, adding topics at work as we went. I showed this to Optical before we started the stream. So apparently it's Tupi Studios, right? And I'm not sure. People in the chat might have to provide us context on this one. I'm not sure if this is Topo Studios that makes head sculpts, and they're calling it Tupi Studios. If it is, they should fix this, because if they're going to make the bodies and the clothing sets so good and then make these head sculpts that look pretty bad, I'm going to be honest with you. I get it. I heard this was like maybe $50 or something like that. I don't know the exact cost of it, but Optical, we were talking about before the show, and I want to have Dean weigh in here too on this. Like these mass-produced third-party head sculpts, most of them are garbage. Like they just are. Like the Max Nut head sculpts were pretty solid. The Jon Snow was pretty good, actually. That was actually a pretty good head sculpt. The John Wick wasn't bad. That was pretty solid. It was better than the Hot Toys, honestly. But I saw some of the other Tupi head sculpts. There's a smiling Anakin that looks really bad, and then they have a Wanda, Scarlet Witch. I'm like, what? Optical, are these ever good? Like, I'm not convinced they are.
Like, okay, so who's the market for this? The one who could not get Anakin? Is that who it is?
I mean, but like if you have Hot Toys, there's no way you're putting this on. Like,
if I was Topo and I made this, I would really change my name to the 2P, kind of like, hey, just kind of disguise me because I don't want to be associated with this. But no, I mean, and even if it's good, and we've seen this time and time again, let's say it's good. Just wait. Like it always happens. John Cena. They made a John Cena head sculpt before. And long and behold, we have a John Cena head sculpt now with the new Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Who else did they do? There's a few more that I can think of. I just, it's not. Oh, Deadpool. Remember, they did a Deadpool, the unmasked head sculpt. Before battling. And I remember third party was selling the bones and all these stuff as well. I don't know how much they're going for, but I'm assuming it's more than $50. Can you imagine if you bought that and then the third party head sculpt, you probably spent upwards of, I don't know, 120, something like that. And then battling came out. So, but specifically just this, my God, Jesus. No, this is better than the Karen version. Wasn't there like a Karen?
There was a Karen version. It's funny. The hair on this is not that bad. It's the likeness.
It's the likeness. Yeah. This looks like nothing. Like, no, I don't know where you're going to put this. Who's going to use this?
But it's also different because, like, look at the Proto. Like, Proto was not great, but certainly better.
Right.
Certainly better. And then Final, I'm just like, what the fuck?
This is like Huey from The Boys, dude.
Yes. I'm trying to find out who it looks like, but you're right, Dean.
Like,
my God.
It's just not good. It's not. I'm sorry. Like, this needs to go back to the drawing board, and they already shipped these out. So if you bought this, I'm so sorry because you got robbed 100%. Dean, what do you think about this? Are these third-party sculpts worth it, or should we really avoid these?
Yeah, you couldn't pay me to put this on my figure. It's tough. I've seen, like you said, the Max Nut stuff is usually really good.
Mm-hmm.
Now he has the I think he's earned the pre-order if you really want something. Like, it's going to be pretty good. But other than that, I don't do third-party head sculpts. Unless, like, there's a figure out there that I can't get somewhere else. Like, I have the Superman Toys K from Blade Runner 2049. That's actually a really good figure. There's a new one that came out. I forget who does it. That figure is crazy good. blows that one out of the water. But you know, I feel like no one's really done Ryan Gosling all that well. So that one I feel like is good enough. Also, another Ryan Gosling figure, the driver from Drive. But that head sculpt is terrible. I don't even display that figure. The outfit is usually the hardest thing to do for a figure. So that's why I buy third-party figures. But yeah,
Dean, didn't Max not run off with a bunch of people's money for In Art Joker though?
Oh, did he?
Didn't he? Optical, do you remember that? Am I wrong about that?
Yeah.
Am I misremembering that?
Yeah,
he makes really good head sculpt.
Is out there, and then
like he took pre-orders for that Joker, and I can't remember if he actually fulfilled them.
Just closed out.
Something like that happened. Yeah. Anyway, Dean, sorry, go ahead.
I don't remember. That's actually I don't know.
Yeah, but he's
maybe don't pre-order him.
Yeah, right.
Or pre-order through like Kit or something.
It's like one man's hobby. It's like just don't do it. Yeah, it's like
every time I've gotten a Max Nut sculpt, that was through Kit. So I did the John Wick and the Jon Snow.
Those are both good. Those are good.
Really good. Yeah, there's a video up on CW of the John Wick. But yeah, it's just avoid third-party sculpts. I mean, maybe it's lightning in a bottle and you get a good one, but it's like I haven't seen it.
Besides Jon Snow and John Wick, that's it.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, he's almost not even a third party,
right?
Because you're like putting in. Well, I don't know.
He's like a known commodity, but still,
yeah.
It's like, those mass-produced third-party head sculpts, they're just, they're rare. They're rarely, if ever, better. John Wick and Jon Snow are the only two, but 3-0 was never great at human head sculpts. Although
they got really good.
Some of the Game of Thrones figures optical are like randomly amazing. Like Jamie was great.
The Tormund, the Brienne, the Jamie, the what's his name? Jorah.
And Tyrion was pretty good.
Tyrion was really good, especially the later seasons.
But then like Cersei and Sansa and Arya are like and Dany are an atrocity. Yeah, it's like
the Hound was pretty good.
Yeah, John wasn't good either. But
yeah, those later figures are crazy good.
But especially
Tormund, especially.
Dude, the third party, we have rolling eyeball system. Like
now,
you're gonna remove that.
Yeah. I will say
third party.
There's companies out there like Star Ace that aren't third party that still do ass. So.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, I don't know, dude.
Yeah. Star Ace gives a bad name to license holders everywhere, though. I mean, it's like it's a problem.
Dude, when Inart said they couldn't get the boys, and then Star Ace got him, I was like, God damn it, you got outbid, but Star Ace.
I know, by Star Ace, and then Blitzway apparently has it, but you know how long Blitzway takes to like announce shit. Like they take.
Yeah, that fucking show's gonna be over by the time.
I know it's gonna be over by the time Blitzway shows those figures. Yeah, so. And I hope that they're good. Blitzway makes some pretty good stuff from what I've seen. But so let's talk about something real quick. Optical and Dina, I'm interested to hear what your thoughts are. And of course, chat, please weigh in on this one. This is something that I've been, curious about lately, how the community feels about this. There have been most figures, Optical and Dean, carry, I'd say, pretty close to market value these days, if not slightly below market value. They're losing their value somewhat quickly because of 2.0s, 3.0s, how many great figures are being put out there, right? But there's certain figures every so often that get ridiculous on the aftermarket. I don't know if you looked at this lately. What In-Our Gandalf is going for? Over $1,000. So that is 2x retail, sometimes more.
Fuck.
Right. So, and you know what I also saw here recently, and this actually had me questioning myself and how committed I am to this, right? In our Pennywise, there's one that sold for $1,800. One sold for $1,000. That's a regular. It's not a deluxe version. It's no 2 head sculpts. I don't know if this is because Welcome to Derry is hot right now and people want this Pennywise, but these are the type of thing. What are we saying, Dean?
$12 delivery. You're charging me $1,800.
$12 shipping.
You have the fucking audacity to charge me $12
more.
Fuck you.
I know. That's what I'm saying though. Like, dude, Gandalf and Pennywise are two of the best examples of appreciating figures. Bane has also been going up from Hot Toys. He's been going up a pretty decent amount. He's probably $500 from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm talking about, Optical. Those are the type of things like when it reaches like astronomical prices, like do you almost feel, Optical, like a calling to be like, I have a moral obligation to sell this? You know what I mean? Or do you keep it? What do you think?
it's tempting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be here with the beacon of light here, but it is tempting. However, it depends on the figure. For me, Bane could be $2,000, and well, maybe I will for 2,000. But Bane is something that I gotta have. You know, like,
right.
unless it's like so the market value is 500. So I bought it for how much did we buy it
Probably
for?
like it was like 315.
Maybe 350 out the door, right?
Yeah,
Let's
right,
just
right.
So if I sell it for $500, with eBay fees, whatever, I'll probably take home.
You're like almost breaking even.
Yeah, I'll probably take home like maybe 425, 420,
Right,
after
right.
eBay fees. And so now I'm netted 100. Like, is that worth me not having Bane? Like, to me, it's not. No, it's not. Supergirl, however, which is I think going on for 500 as well, that is not as significant for me. So that is something like maybe I can look into and maybe make a profit of $200, because he's not that, I like Supergirl. That's why I bought it. But again, like for an extra 125, 200, because it's DC, I'm a softie for DC. I probably won't, that is not the type of money that might be, I was like, whoa, kind of like, I might, but it is tempting. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Like look at that $600,
400 and 600. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's out there. Like Supergirl is cheaper. I think I got her for like 260. So it's not bad.
And see, optical look, and what Indiana Bones, I love the username, by the way, Indiana Bones. Love that. I would say that I've even considered this, as much as I love Pennywise,
right?
$2,000. Like, and I think Hot Toys is going to make one. It's like, even I am like, okay, like it
should
just
be a consideration at least. At a minimum, it should be a consideration.
It is. I haven't done it, and I don't think I'm going to, but it has crossed my mind because those are hard to ignore, optical.
And they don't happen often. Sometimes you got to strike when the iron is hot. I keep on telling the story. It happened to me with Doctor Strange. When people were saying they're not going to re-release him because, it's the same as the Infinity War version. It will shoot up to 800. And here I am, the idiot. I was just like, no, I would have I need Doctor Strange in my collection. And here we are, 6 Doctor Strange laters. I wish I would have done that. Now, if they do that with Bane, I'll be okay because Bane is Bane. That's my boy.
And no one else is making Bane. Like J&D might. J&D might make Bane, but that's already going to be $800.
But but then again, so I sold my $300 Bane, made $125 just to buy an $800 Bane.
$800 Bane.
With no hair anyway,
Yeah, right.
Silicone body anyway.
It's a risk peg. That's what you're paying.
Why am I going to do that?
Yeah, right. It's a risk peg you're paying for. Yeah. So, but Dean, I know you're a huge Gandalf guy because you're friends with Zach. What do you think about this? Gandalf's going for like $1,200. I mean, the one guy had $1,000, but it was $155 delivery. So Gandalf, realistically, right now, consistently on eBay is going for $1,200. Like he was $550, I think, shipped. Yeah. So that's 2x retail. Dean, do you strike while the iron's hot? What do you think?
Or optical? Have you ever seen the show Yellowstone?
No, I've heard it's good though.
I heard it's good. Yeah, but
Kevin Costner, right?
Kevin Costner. So in the show, Kevin Costner owns the Yellowstone Ranch, and it's this massive plot of lands. Mm-hmm. And everybody wants it. The government wants it. Private companies want to buy it from him. And his son is like, dude, sell it. Sell the lands. And he says, if someone had all the money in the world, this is what they would buy. So selling it doesn't accomplish me anything because I already own it.
What a story, Mark. That was great.
So, moral of the story, you want a Bane, you bought the Bane. I don't care how much it is. If you had an additional $500, you would buy a Bane.
Right.
I don't sell things I buy because I wanted them, and if I had the money, I would buy them again. And if you're selling it at $1,500, you're not buying it at $500 again. You're going to pay more because the price is either going to stay the same or go up. So it's like, hey, I wanted Gandalf. I have Gandalf. Yeah, that's $1,200, $1,500. That's nice, but I would use that money to buy a Gandalf. So that's how I've always viewed it. It's like $1,200 is nice, but I go out to eat a couple times, pay some bills. Now what? I don't have the $1,200 or Gandalf.
To play devil's advocate, Dean, I agree with you. Like I said, with certain characters,
Certain
I'm
figures.
okay with that because I do buy a lot. Like that's why I can kind of capitalize on this. Not with Bane though. Like I'm just using Bane here. Well, with Supergirl, I can probably do it. I still don't want to. But to play devil's advocate, with all the 2.0s that we're getting, like the land is different. That land's not going to be 2.0. But what if there's a new land right next to you that became really, sought after as well, and then he sold it, and now your land became no value because that land is already,
Well, because Optical has a point there. Because what I'm getting at is, whether it's a year or 2 or 3 years, InArt is going to make Gandalf the White, guaranteed. They're going to. And then also Hot Toys is, I feel, going to make Pennywise Artisan. And whether it's as good as InArt or not, InArt Pennywise will drop in value.
Right.
Guaranteed.
And Will, I can hear the purist. I'm here for the love of the game. Yeah. Man, another 2.0.
Yeah,
I
right.
thought you love it, then buy it 7 times then, but we're in a world where this tangible money that we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
People are complaining. It's just like, oh man, why is it so expensive? Well, I thought you're in for the love,
Right.
Well,
look at this J&D Joker. It's gone way up in value.
Well, it's like, hey, it's too expensive. That's ridiculous. But you're in.
Well, now it's even more.
So. Now it's more. So the reality is, sometimes you got to strike where the iron is hot. It all depends. Like, how much did you pay for it? How much are you okay losing it? I guess you got to factor that all in.
Like, because the question, Dean, like, would you sell Gandalf the Gray and wait 2 to 3 years for Gandalf the White, or do you really want Gandalf the Gray? Like,
yeah, it depends on what your favorite movie is.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Gandalf the White might be even cooler.
Dude, Will, that Pennywise, once the new Pennywise comes out, we all know your Pennywise is not going to sell for 1,500.
Oh, no chance.
No chance. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially and I think Hot Toys is going to bring their game with Pennywise. I think they're going to make him bloody, which InArt did not do. So that's going to be valuable to collectors, and the InArt one is going to drop, guaranteed.
And almost always, maybe not all the time, the 2.0 is much better.
Yep.
Because whether we want to believe it or not, technology advances. And now you just kept, because you love your iPhone 14 so much. Believe it or not, iPhone 17 is much better.
And that's why Optical, it's tricky, because like my heart is like, don't sell Pennywise, but my head is like, Hot Toys is going to make him. And it's like, and I know it's going to be an artisan figure. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be incredible. They're going to bring their A game on it. And I think,
especially with the new show,
that's what I think it is going to be from. It's going to be from the new show. They're just waiting because Pennywise has, spoiler alert, has not even been shown in the first 3 episodes. So I think he's going to appear later, which he is in the trailers. And I think they're going to make it with bloody effects and different accessories. And I think they're going to bring, they cannot let what InArt did to them stand. They're like, we got to give it another go. And I think they're going to. So the show's very popular too. It's getting really good scores. Like, it had like the 3rd biggest HBO opening of all time. So I think that's what I'm saying, Optical. Like, I'm like, I don't want to lose with Pennywise, but but I have to half scale.
And it'll take years, Will.
Yeah.
It'll take years, a minimum of 2 years before you even see a Pennywise.
I could sell one of mine because I have 2. I have 2.
Jesus,
you can see it.
Why have 2 InArts?
I have 2. Well, I have it's 1 deluxe, but 2 bodies. So I have the 2 head sculpts from the deluxe on each one. Yeah. So
why is this a conversation, Will? Why do you need 2 bodies?
Because it's 2 head sculpts, dude. It's 2 different head sculpts.
Because if you sell that now, you have 1,500, and maybe if you want to, you don't touch that money.
Right.
Like, just
and then get the Hot Toys
and
one.
Just make sure you get the Hot Toys one,
which I will want it.
Because you've done this before, which I think you sold an Anakin, you regretted it, and then you bought it again.
I bought it again.
Yeah, you did something like that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I would agree for the love of the collecting if we didn't see 2.3, 4, 5, 6.0s, but we're in that world though. Like, the reality is, can you imagine if you love Joker DX11 so much? It's like, oh no.
Right. Since then, they've only made 30 versions.
Pinnacle of
collect that. And Optical, look, Pennywise ain't going anywhere. There's 3 seasons of Welcome to Derry coming, so he's not going anywhere, and the show is probably only going to get more popular.
I do one at least. You still have one.
I have a half scale statue over there. I can't even show it, but the camera won't.
I mean, the fact that you have 2 InArts.
Yeah, you can see them. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, bro. As much as I love Pennywise, I'm like, I might need to cash in on this one because I have enough Pennywise representation ultimately. So I'd probably sell the tooth head sculpt and keep the regular one. I feel
keep
like
the regular one.
Yeah, right.
So you probably just only need that when the other one comes in. Like how many? Yeah. Is this going to be your Iron Man, or do you have like Mark 1? You have like
yeah, right. Every Pennywise iteration.
Every Pennywise iteration.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We did get a super chat real quick. So we got one from the Mad Titan. Thank you so much, bro. Joined late. Wish they'd make Naru if they're going to make Thea and Rain Carradine. Can't tell me there's no market for Naru. I mean, that is actually a valid point. That I don't think Naru would sell that well, but I also didn't think Rain Carradine would sell that well. Thea is kind of like an important part of putting with Dak, it sounds like, but Rain Carradine, yes, I feel you on that one. What do you think, Optical and Dean?
I think that ship has sailed though. I think
Naru sailed.
Yeah, I think that ship has sailed. I mean, with Thea, she's half body. She's not a standalone, so I guess they can take that swing. They're still selling Predator, but I buy it. I'd buy a Naru alone. I don't know if that's going to be Wednesday. Kind of.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I'm not convinced everyone would buy her. I think people say they would, but I'm not convinced they would. Mm-hmm. When you have to spend $300 out the door to get her, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Alien movie, so I don't know how cool Rain is or anything. But Naru was pretty cool. I feel like people would buy it.
She was pretty cool. And we got a super chat from X-Men Supreme. Thank you so much, bro. Pennywise is Pennywise. Nobody who has Pennywise needs a new Pennywise because there's nothing new about a new Pennywise. Actually, untrue. Optical, you know this because there's going to be blood on this one. There will be blood. And I think that will be a distinguishing factor that'll make you want to buy another Pennywise. And I think they're going to give it.
Battling version Pennywise, like a battling
version. Dude, they could. I've not seen the movie, by the way, so no spoilers. But apparently, some people did say there could be a battle damage version of Deck from Predator Badlands because there is some fighting that goes on. So that could be something.
This too with Carlos, who barely agrees with me, but can't agree with me here. He's like,
I agree with Optical what he said. Yeah.
They would retire the character, sure, but again, being retired, or they made another Black Panther. Remember he died, like everything shot up in price, and then here comes 2.0. Kobe Bryant from Interbay. It was like, all right, it was Grail for a good, 6 months, and then here comes the 2.0.
Yeah,
and they're deceased. Can you imagine if the character's still out there? It doesn't guarantee you anything. They would improve something if they have the opportunity to.
Darth Dress, should I make that video? I see a video in your future. Was it a mistake to sell my art? Maybe I should. I should do that if I saw the Pennywise. Yeah. No, because I still have another Pennywise to hold me over back there, and a half scale statue. So I got it covered. But I like that topic. I think So yeah, and who commented said absolutely another outfit for Deck. So yeah. So we'll see. There's going to be more from the Predator Badland line. It seems like Badland line. I think so. Okay, so let's talk about some big picture stuff as we are now, and just continue with the conversations here. I think this is going to be interesting. Should collectors prepare their wallets for the end of the year? We suggested this earlier, right? About it's been a relatively slow month and a half. You probably have been saving money in the last month and a half. What I want to show here, Optical and Dean, this is from Q4 2024. I took all of the just announcements, not releases, all the announcements that were announced from this point in time November 14th, essentially, through December 25th of 2024. So same window of time, right? So I'm thinking at the end of this year, are we going to see a lot of announcements? There are some important figures on here, not super heavy bangers, but I think Scorched Xenomorph was a big hit at the time. I think Moon Knight Artisan was still pretty popular at the time. The Captain America 2.0 stealth suit, while not the cap that everyone wants, still kind of popular. Yeah, Jinx, which I think was a hit for people who really like Arcane as a show. X-23, everyone always wanted one of those. Batman and Robin, you got a lot of nostalgia. Rain Trooper, everyone's always wanted a Range Trooper. Plo Koon, doesn't even really care, I don't think so. And then you have Mr. Knight, and you have another Trooper, Clone Commander Wolf, which people love. And look, Optical, I have a feeling we're going to see some important stuff announced before the end of the year. So my question is, should we start... Is this the time to save funds and not go and buy shit on eBay or buy stuff on the secondary market or pre-order old figures that you don't really need? Because I feel like we're about to get some stuff. What do you think?
I would say so. Because historically, Hot Toys would release, not announce, new figures at around holiday. You know, they're not publicly traded companies, so I don't know why they worried about like fourth quarter earnings because they don't have to tell their stockholders. So, but historically, like around this time, a lot of releases. Now, does that mean you're going to get invoiced? Because let's be honest, Hong Kong really, if you're in the US, this applies to you. If released in Hong Kong, you probably would see this January, February here. You might get invoices, from different, but Sideshow gets it first, and then retail comic book shops, they would get it like maybe 2 weeks later, after Sideshow gets it, or maybe a month. So historically, you probably won't see this January, February, but at the same time, you don't save money when you're about to buy the house. You save money before you buy a house. So if you are anticipating these figures, let's say you pre-ordered 3 of these guys, and maybe the estimated time of getting this is around January, and you're kind of short, then maybe you should avoid buying figures, because it is tempting. Like, especially now, you don't have nothing, and then you'll be like, that quill is staring at me.
That quill, the one they're giving away for free.
Not get that blurred, just like, I'm trying to get that. And then January hits, and then you get some stuff. But it is tempting because there's a lot of sales. Black Fridays, free figures. So you got to be careful. If you are one of those people who has 40 pre-orders, that is going to hit. It might not hit December, but if it hits January all at once, so hey, I'm not going to tell how you want to spend your money. Kind of like that guy on on OSR telling people how to display their figures. You see?
he got roasted, bro.
That was not the reaction he was hoping for.
No, he was like, what did he say? Don't put them behind glass.
Like, it was like, why are they displaying them in a glass and with soap? And we had this discussion with Marco when it's like, like kind of cramped up. Ooh, that was not what he was expecting.
No, he did not get the response that he was anticipating. Not at all. That was pretty wild. I even commented, I was like, this did not go well.
You did. That's how I saw it, because he commented.
Okay, I was like, this did not go well for him. Yeah, it's really
like, telling people how to spend their money, how to display their figures is always a slippery slope. So just
like, if you want to do it on a YouTube video, like I've done it before, and if you make a compelling case, it might go over fine. But if you do it on a Facebook group, no, or Reddit, no, not going to go well. I promise you. Nope. Dean, what do you think about this? Collectors, should they be preparing their wallets for the end of the year? Because these are just the announcements from this time last year, but I think this year we might get some cool stuff.
Man, I feel like you need to be getting your wallet ready all year, dude.
Yeah,
because they're announcing figures every week almost.
Yeah, except the last month and a half, it's been almost nothing. But
yeah, that's true. Right after con season, there's usually kind of a little reprieve, but yeah, I mean, it's just like, even for me, I'll like think about, I'll pre-order these 2 figures, and then I'm like, well, that's like, once they start hitting your account, it's like, okay, that's like, $50 here there for 1 figure is one thing, but then now it's $50 for 2 or 3 figures. They're like, that's a lot. And then, who knows when they actually come out, because it's not like you get a specific day. Yeah. It's like anywhere from August to December, the figure will be out. It's like, well, when the fuck is it gonna, what the hell? It's almost like the cable guy. Yeah, I'll be there between the hours of 8 and 4. It's like,
all of November.
Have given me a bigger fucking window? Like, so yeah, I mean, that's tough, man. I'm not much of a pre-order guy, because I feel like 9 times out of 10, the figures are always in stock, or they'll convert on waitlist or something, like, or there's other places to buy, right? It's not like you're like stuck to Sideshow. So like, I've never really, they're only like when I'm like, I 100% know I want this, like Darth Revan I pre-ordered, and then the Battle Damage Vader.
Right.
Other than that, I don't really pre-order. I just buy it when it comes out. But again, that could be tricky, because like so much shit comes out at once. Sometimes it's like all of it. Like right now, I have like 2 figures that are hitting my BBTS pile of loot that are like $120 each, and then I have another one overseas that's like $150, and it's like, fuck, I gotta come up with $300 some odd. It's like, That's tough, man. And that's just regular ass figures. It's not even Hot Toys. So God bless y'all.
That's what I'm saying. And there's in-art figures on pre-order. There's these Hot Toys figures. Anything else you ordered? I mean, these companies are going to try to get these things out before the end of the year. So, I think that's going to be an important factor to factor into your budgeting. So if you're not prepared for that, there might be some canceled invoices. Get on those wait lists. That's what I'll say, because I do think, if they start pumping out a ton of these figures at once, not everyone's going to be able to keep up with that. And that's going to be problematic and causing people to cancel orders, which, can result in your benefit.
I just glanced on the chat too. It was like, Ryan and Keith is correct. Imagine if Ghostbusters drops on December. That's 4 figures.
Oh, the Blitzway ones?
Yeah, the Blitzway one.
Oh, right.
I don't know if they're all going to come out at the same time, but
I bet you they will.
I'm one of those guys who wants them, and that's 1,200 easy. Well, with tax, that's probably like 1,500 easily.
Yep.
Woo, that's a Merry Christmas right there.
I have to say something.
Yeah, go for it.
Stephen Rash in the chat said, Dean, I just want to say I've been enjoying your figure photography for the past couple of weeks. I don't do figure photography. I don't know.
I saw that and I was like, I don't think that's Dean. I think he's talking about, he must think you're Dean Knight.
Oh, I'm not Dean Knight.
Yeah, that must be, he must think you're Dean Knight.
I get that a lot.
Do you? Okay.
Dean Knight is, wish he was Dean the Dream.
Yeah, he wishes he was Dean the Dream. That sex appeal is off the charts.
I've heard he's a great guy. I've never talked to him, but yeah, sorry, Steven.
Yeah, that's actually hilarious. You disappointed a fan, Dean.
Wait, wasn't my fan?
Yeah, dude.
He was like, I just followed you.
Yeah, I followed you. Maybe there's like a guy pretending to be Dean the Dream out there doing figures.
I saw my name in the chat. I was like, oh, someone had something nice to say, and I was like, oh, I don't do.
That's actually not Dean. Yeah,
that's really funny.
It's totally fine.
I get that a lot, actually.
Let's talk about this.
I think we have a meme on our channel about it.
What about your figure photography?
About people calling me D Knight.
Oh,
because it happens so often.
We only have 2 people named Dean in the whole hobby, so at this point,
it's not a very common name.
No, I mean honestly, I think those are the only 2 people I know that exist that I know that is named Dean. Are there like there's celebrities named Dean? I can't remember them offhand though.
Well, there's that political
Superman,
commentator Dean Withers.
Oh, there you go, Dean Withers. Okay, what a name there.
I think that's his name.
So I'm going to show my own collection as a shameless plug here for my new video that I just put out. Yeah, so I did this. So I've adjusted some things. I made a video game case, but regardless, like I'm just bringing this up as a backdrop, Dean. Now I made some space.
Oh, you did. Now I can see it. Behind the Joker.
Yep. And I made some space because I'm gonna Terminator figures and other shit coming, and I got Lord of the Rings stuff and all that down there. So, but it's still the question. Optical and Dean I saw a video recently. I don't know if you guys follow him, Bobby Skullface. Optical, you've been around for a while, so you probably remember him. I think he's a YouTuber, and he did a video like talking about this, where it was a really compelling conversation where they felt like they aged out of collecting because of kids, familial obligations, and whatever else they have going on. I found this concept very interesting. As someone who doesn't have any children currently, I find it very interesting that you could start having kids and other obligations, college, whatever, and age out of collecting. I could see you pulling back and buying less figures, but not buying them outright or not getting as excited about them as your priority shift. I can see that. I guess it's just like, oh wow, that's kind of interesting to think about that it happens that suddenly. But I could see it if you start having kids and you're like, okay, my priorities have changed dramatically, and I hope that's the case for me one day. But I hope I still collect at least a little bit. Optical, as someone who has kids, Dean with us, I'm wondering, regardless of your perspective on family and such, like, do you think Optical, this hobby has an expiration date because of your age or whatever else? What do you think?
It does, but for me, it's not the kids. I actually started collecting after getting married and having kids.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, because if you're single, this is where I'm kind of like, we talked about this, like the young guys that are collecting, and kudos to you. But when I was young, I didn't want this. I was more concerned about my image, so to speak. Every teenager or somebody's growing up kind of like, I don't want any girls coming to my apartment with this, And then I guess you get older and you don't care anymore. But for me, it started when I got married because I can't go out anymore. I was like, I gotta find a hobby that would not require me to. Because you go out to a bar, you go home, that's a fight, Yeah. So I was like, all right, you can't hang out with your friends as much because they're single. So that's also another red flag. So it's just like, all right, I'm gonna find a hobby that would just make me sit down inside a house, and this was one of them. And for me, it was, and I'm going through this now. I don't know if I'm aging out of collecting, but I'm not as, I guess I just get older. I was like, I'm not as bothered if I miss something. It's like, all right, I didn't get that. Cool. Moving on. So there's somebody commented like, he doesn't pre-order anymore. I'm kind of like that. Like, I don't pre-order because I want to, once it gets here, because we don't know what's going to happen in, especially here, what we're in. Is tariff going to go back up to 230%? Or is the figures going to be, like we've been so, for so much that, hey, am I going to pre-order this to another Toys Wonderland? Kind of like, there's so many things that happened that I was like, all right, if it's available, I'll get it. If not, then I don't. I'll move on to the next figure. They'll 4.0 it. I don't know if that's me aging out of collecting or that's me being smart, but there are certain times, and this, Will, you'll get something in the mail and you aren't as excited as you once were.
Yeah.
Like before you open the box immediately, it was like, I can't wait. Now Dean knows it. He's putting stuff in the pile of loot. Because if you change your mind, you can cancel that pile of loot and get your, money back or just store credit, if it's certain a number of days. So I don't know if that's us aging out. Is that the expiration date? But I'm not as, before I was furious. It was like, oh man, now I got to go to eBay. I missed out on, like
2000.
Yeah. So, but I don't think this has an age factor, but it does get older once you've been collecting for quite some time. Like I know Dean and you will, like at least minimum of 5-6 years now. Yeah. And there are times I'm pretty sure that you spent more time on video games than this. You're getting figures like, sometimes you don't touch it. It's like, all right. Yeah, it's like, I gotta make a video because I just got this. But it's not what it used to be. Does that mean I'm going out? No. Does that mean I'm getting smarter? Probably not, but it's just, I don't know. Maybe sometimes the magic is not there anymore. I'm sure, everyone has that. Justin, even, especially him, who reviews every figure.
Yeah, I think so for him, because you're reviewing every single figure that exists. After a while, you're like, okay, they start to lose some of their magic for some of them. But I think aging out of it is maybe not how I would view it. I would view it as like, aging out of, collecting as much. Like, I think over time, maybe you start to gradually decrease as your priorities change, or you don't. And this is always going to be the love of your life. And that's great if that's the path that you choose. But I think as you grow and have new experiences and such, like, I think my collection, I feel pretty comfortable with where it's going to end up. I think I'll reach a certain point where I'll be like, okay, it's great. And I'll probably still want 2.0, 4.0s at that point and want to upgrade here and there, but it has to be the right character. There are certain characters that I feel pretty fulfilled with, and there's always going to be a newer, better version. But I think over time, as things change for me, I'll probably be like, okay, like, I still have what I'm looking for. And I think that's, just being in the hobby for a really long time. So I think maybe not an expiration date, but like a declining date, you know what I mean? Like it's over a while, like after a while, you're like, okay, I think I have what I need here. And I'll just start to, trade in and out here and there and change things, but I'm not going to buy, like, my budget might reduce, you know what I mean? Like I might not buy everything. So, which I don't even do that now. But Dean, what do you think? I mean, do you think this hobby has an expiration date for people? Do you see a natural decline as we grow older? Or do you see an increase? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't think there's like a age limit. I guess maybe if you're like really old and you got to think about like, I might fucking die soon. I got to figure out what to do with all this shit. You know what I mean? But I mean, that's, I mean, that's,
I always said I would make a list if that happens to me. Yeah, like I'll make a list so everyone who gets Optical's gonna have to take the half scale Pennywise. Someone's gonna have to. Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
But I mean, even then, like you never really know when your time's up. So it's like who can even really prepare for that? So
yeah.
But yeah, I think priorities are, it's probably more of a priority thing, because like even for me, like you said, some depending on the character or the franchise, anything Final Fantasy 7 related, I'm like, I unbox immediately. I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to open this.
Yeah.
But then I got things like, I probably have like 4 or 5 pile of loots that I haven't unboxed. It's like, I got the figure I wanted. I put it on pre-order. I got it. $30 here or there. I own it. I don't need to open it. I just have it in the box, and it's like, or like even the fucking. I have the HasLab Ghost that came out for Star Wars Rebels. I haven't unboxed it. It's just fucking sitting in my garage, fucking huge. I just like can't be bothered to unbox it. But I think that's also more of like I'm in such a weird place with Star Wars. It's like I love Star Wars, but like I've just soured on it over the last few years. And like I stopped watching the shows. Like I just like, if you had told me like fucking 10 years ago there was going to be a Boba Fett television show, I would have been like, I'm going to own everything. Like I'm like, I don't even want it in my collection. Like just leave me alone.
That's fair.
But stuff like Mythic Legions, I got really into Mythic Legions because I really like D&D and stuff like that. And it's like, I could do a whole like fantasy line and buying all these characters and making customs. Like that really excites me. And so like I order the Mythic Legions, I open them up immediately and I start posing them around, start swapping parts, making customs. But yeah, just like, as your priorities shift, your interest shifts. And I think that's more of what it is, not your age.
Right. I think so too. And I like, for me, I would love to have a family at some point and my priorities would probably shift at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause I've always been a collector because like my dad was kind of a collector. So like they just like grew up like buying me figures and stuff. But I took a break for a long time, like maybe like 10 years or so in my like, probably around the time, I guess episode 3 came out till about, I was like 22. So maybe like, I don't even know how long that is.
Dean, did you see this comment?
Oh my God.
Or changing your last
That's
name.
a good one.
Yeah, it is.
That's funny.
Thanks, Steven.
That's hilarious.
Inspired Dean. We did get a super chat Max with Supreme, by the way. Dean, you getting that ML Dragon?
Oh my God, I wish, dude. I couldn't spend the money on it. I got a big purchase next year. I was like, I can't dedicate $500-$700. It's fucking sweet though. If you haven't seen it, well, check it out. But
okay.
Yeah, so I took a break for a long time, and then one day I was like, wait a minute, I have like adult money now. And I just started buying shit. And I need to stop buying shit. Someone said maybe I'm buying too much. I think you might be right.
What were you gonna say, Optical?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, because both of you doesn't have families yet or wives. No. I would say with money, I mean, we're all not rich here, but I would say we're all decent enough that we could buy hot toys. So that's out of the question. For if you have a family, I think the biggest hurdle would be space and display. Yeah, because you want to buy more, yet you can't display them all. Now, if you can't display them all, it's either you choose one. It's like either I'm going to go all the way out or I'm going to go all the way in. So that was the dilemma, and that's why you see a clutter of. It's no secret. I'm in a walk-in closet that I made one because once you have a family, once you share a space, it's not just yours. Like your kids would run around, they would throw football, and then all of a sudden your DTOLF or your module case would fall stumbling down. So that would be the biggest hurdle, if not the funds, because the funds you can always stop. Like, okay, I don't have money this month. If you're responsible enough, it's like, all right, I'm not going to do it. Yeah. But sometimes I guess the dilemma, the passion was like, all right, I bought this. I don't know where I'm going to put this because now it's a baby room. It used to be my collecting room. Now it's a baby room. So now you're relegated to one spot. And to some guys, but the problem though is, here's what I would say, like we're all creatures here. We're all guys. If you get out of hot toys, you're going to find something else. What would that something else be? And what would be, every hobby has a downside. Either and I've tried it all, doing cars, car parts, guns, whatever, like video games, you are going to do all that and you're going to spend money. One thing they don't do as much is occupy space. Like if you're into guns, I mean, you can have a gazillion guns. If you just need a storage, some of them you sell.
Dean does.
Dean does. He lives in Texas, man.
Yeah.
So
Bro.
car parts, you need a garage, In here, it's infinite, and it's easy to access. You get $300, you buy a figure, and then the next part is where you're going to put it, how you're going to display it. You go to that cycle, like even if you have the funds, you can get pretty discouraging. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Once you guys have family. Yeah.
Bro, I've had so much buyer's remorse buying figures and stuff. I've never had buyer's remorse buying a gun.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's
guess
always a good decision, dude.
Yeah, we did get a super chat from Carlos. Thanks so much, bro. Will, I'm aging out. Also, Will, the new Predator. I don't feel like I'm
Will's not
aging
aging out.
I don't think so.
No.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Yeah, I think I'm just saying that my priorities will probably change over time, but we'll see.
Before we go on, Will, I know we're running out of time. This is the best hobby that I've gotten so far. This is the best one
for sure.
Because not only like it gives my creative side some outlet, but it's also not stressing. Like it kind of ends when you want to end. Like with Dean, like with guns, it's a slippery slope. I mean, you constantly got to buy bullets, and they're not cheap.
That's true, bro. That's the hardest part, bro. Dude, fucking ammo.
At one point, I was like, "Why do I need a sniper rifle? I don't. What am I going to defend myself with a sniper
from a
rifle?
Distance? Yeah.
You're in Chicago, aren't you?
Hey, we
could. Chicago's got some shit going on.
Yeah.
Man. Now I don't know why I would need a sniper rifle, but
I mean,
there.
Yeah, unfortunately for me, I like the guns with the big rounds.
Yeah.
So ammo is like stupid expensive. The bigger the round, the more expensive it is.
Yeah.
Like a box of 2044 mag is like
and
$50.
You know this. That's literally burning money. Like you are burning it.
Yeah. And for me, guys, I think this hobby is just so great. I don't see myself stopping collecting anytime in the immediate future, anywhere near now. But I think maybe just over time it could be less because I feel like I've accumulated so much stuff that I already love. And it's like, eventually you're just kind of content with what you have. And then I'll just pick up the stuff that's really important to me. But I think, right now I'm loving the hobby and really enjoying, the friendships I've made and just the YouTube experience. And, and of course, all these figures are amazing. But Optical, Heath Ledger Joker, the reason I've paid so much multiple versions is because it's Heath Ledger Joker. Like that is like, it's that's that character for me, which is for a lot of people clearly. So, it's one of them at least. So, yeah. That's what the character I'll go in for.
Someone that's got a stranglehold on the cultural zeitgeist, your Anakins,
right?
Your Jokers, your Iron Mans.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's someone out there loves every character, which is great. Right. Because like I'll see a character, I'm like, who's buying this? Someone out there is like, fuck yeah, finally they made a Wednesday,
Exactly.
And that's always fun for that person. Like it might not be for me, but like I'm glad that figure exists for that person because there's so many figures that I've wanted that I've been lucky enough
exactly, bro. That's why Keith Lee said, "Will, show him your guns." If you super chat, I'll do it. How about that? If you super chat, I'll show him my guns for the people. No, I mean you don't have to do that, but if you want to, it's fine.
Do you own any guns at all?
No, I don't. No.
Is that not allowed in Maryland?
No, you can own a gun. I've actually never shot one before. So yeah, I would love to. So if you guys. Dean, when I come to Texas, dude, you'll be the one to teach me. Yeah.
Dude, they walk in the mall with a shotgun. I was like, why?
Do they? What, in Chicago?
No, in Texas, because my wife was from Texas, so I went there. And we were in the mall and because they're open carry. Like in Chicago, you are concealed.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Texas, they don't give a fuck. They'll just shoot someone in the street. They don't even care, dude.
Like whatever.
Like it's like a fucking cowboy. Like there's like what are they called? Those duels. I forget. There's like in the street.
A duel, yeah.
Yeah, right. A fucking duel, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Carlos said, "Will, show us your long gun." What the fuck does that even mean?
I think you know what that means.
Yeah, I mean,
he has a silencer on it.
He's super chatted, so you got to do it.
That's not. Yeah, he did super chat. I mean, I meant these guns, the actual arms, but yeah, no.
He
for
said that's long.
I mean, my arms are long. My arms are long, so there you go.
That's true. You're a tall guy. You're lanky.
Yep.
Yeah,
like
6'4".
Dude, I saw our video and you're just like, I didn't know. I was like, dude, I'm not that short. You're just fucking giant. I'm normal size.
Optical, had that video of he and I when we went to Florida and I saw Optical. I was like, dude, Optical's short, man. Like he's like
you're fucking 6'4". John,
how tall are you? Like 5'10". Oh, that's not that short.
That's like
Yeah, that's
average.
yeah, that's
human
like
being.
average. That's like above
I'm
average.
not
actually.
considered tall, but I'm not a midget as well. So
Isn't Dean,
Yeah,
aren't
that's
you
above
tall?
average. I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, it's pretty tall. Yeah, it's pretty tall. That's definitely above average. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Optical, Dean, thank you guys so much for being here. Dean, collecting weekly, man. Anything coming up that you want to talk about real quick?
Yeah, we got the CW Awards coming up. So if you jump over there, and Zach usually posts the link while we're live. You can nominate your figure for Figure of the Year, and enough people nominate that figure, it'll be in the running, and then later on we'll have the official ballot for who you can vote for. We have a bunch of different categories. There's 6-scale Figure of the Year, Head Sculpt of the Year, Company of the Year, Figure under $30. I think we have like 8 or 9 different categories. So lots of stuff to pick from. It's been a crazy year for collecting. So
Nice. Well, check out Collecting Weekly. Amazing guys over there, and of course, amazing content. Optical, dude. Anything coming up, dude? I know you're the king of previews, but anything else?
I saw Carlos was like, I was 5.5. I was like,
Optical is 5'5".
that's my penis size.
There we go.
No, but Battling. Will, you haven't released Battling, right?
No,
Yeah,
I haven't started it yet.
Me too.
Yeah, I haven't started it yet. I'm going
what
to.
we're talking about. Like back then, we would be like, man, when I talk to you, you haven't even opened it.
No, yeah, right, exactly. That's my point. Battling Deadpool, though, was always one that I was like, I need to get and review this. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. But then when you and I unboxed it on PlayStation, I was like, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. But one of the Deadpools is leaving the collection. Just depends which one.
Oh, God.
I think I'm going to keep clean. I think I'm going to keep clean. Optical.
I tell you, clean looks better.
I think clean
looks be better. It's not, the value is not there, but it looks better, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, Battling, I got to release that. What do you call that? The Han Solo. And,
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I got Ahsoka that I got to review, but they're uploaded. One guy was like, "What, you want me to pay?" I was like, "No, I don't want you to pay. It's like the members page. You're like, you don't need to be a member. Just it's there for members." I don't know what to tell you. It's like, all those 3, and then I got one video that's kind of like collection, based. But yeah, it's been a slow month. So what can I say? No previews.
Very slow. Very slow month. Very slow month. But hey, we're back, baby, with Predator. We're back. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I just posted a video yesterday, so if you haven't checked it out, I put all my collection figures, like a lot of my collection, into like sort of categories or themes, like most expensive, worst head sculpt, worst figure overall, best figure, most surprising. It was pretty fun to do. So the results have been okay so far. I don't think people took to it that much, but let me know if you guys enjoyed it and you want to see more of that or something else maybe. But we'll see. But check it out if you have some time. It's on the channel now. And I think that's worth checking out. And then, of course, the one where I talked about how I needed to change. A lot of people gave me shit Optical for my faces and thumbnails. People were pretty upset about it. But I will say, in my defense, the data is there to support it 100%. Because I can tell you, Optical, I just did a video where I did not do a thumbnail where I look sad, like I'm having an emotional crisis. It was about 33% less effective.
So you think it's the sadness?
People love it. People love it, dude. People want a depressed clip. That's what they want.
Hey, man. Misery loves company, bro.
It does. And then people want to complain about it, but you're clicking it.
And they're preying on your downfall.
Kind of like Mayweather. You're the Mayweather.
Exactly, bro. 100%. 100%.
I watched your video the other day about kind of like your mental health.
Oh yeah, that was when I put myself in the thumbnail looking upset.
Yeah. It was actually really nice to see a lot of people in the comments were like, "Hey, thanks for making this video." Like, we've done a couple things on mental health on CW, and a lot of people don't talk about it, I guess. So when they see somebody on the internet like discussing it, they don't feel as kind of isolated.
Right.
So it was nice to see that your community was receptive to it.
You guys do it great, and then Kiko's done it well too.
Yeah. I was just like, man, like I'm gonna see some fucked up comments here, but no, everybody was really supportive and really appreciated it. So keep it up, man. That was nice. That was
Thanks,
nice.
man.
If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It was great.
I appreciate the kind words on that. There were some people who were not friendly, but most people were pretty nice.
Yeah, most
There's
people
always going to be
are.
some. People were like, one guy commented, he was like, this is not what the community needs. This guy thinks he speaks for everyone. I'm like, you're speaking for everyone by saying this is not what we need, though. So like, it's like,
Right.
there's irony there. I promise
Yeah,
you.
and it's like, okay, if I don't speak for everybody, I speak for someone, even if
Right.
it's one person that feels
I'm not trying to speak for everyone.
connected.
I'm just saying what I find to be true based on my experiences and what I think is helpful to people. So if you don't find it helpful, that's totally fine. But that's different from me saying I'm trying to speak for everyone. Like I'm not. I'm just trying to, explain what I think most people probably experience and then make it relevant. So, and tell a story with it, which is what I try to do. So thankfully, people, thanks, man. People complain about the thumbnails, but they don't usually complain about the quality of the video. So that's why I'm confused why you're upset. Like if you click the video and you liked the video, then why are you upset that I looked sad in the thumbnail? Like it's not bait if you came in and you enjoyed the video. Like if I made it,
go on.
If I made a shitty video and you got baited by a thumbnail where I looked sad, but you didn't like the video, then I could be like, okay, well, I guess you feel like you were misled that you thought this video was good and it's not. But apparently people are liking the video. And I'm like, then why are you upset though? Like you got what you came for. So
it's kind of crazy the like science behind thumbnails.
Yeah, it's wild.
There really is like a psychological. There's videos on it you could go watch where people do like experiments. Like, oh, we'll put up the same video, but we'll change the thumbnail. And the analytics are so vastly different.
Oh, I've seen it. Optical knows too. It's remarkable.
Like, it's crazy, dude.
Remarkable. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Like this stuff, guys, I don't just do on a whim. Like it's like
I don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah, like I've studied it for years on my own content and seeing what works and what doesn't. And I'm telling you, I try to make things that I know you're gonna like. So, and of course,
with a shiny comment, it was like make a video called "People Hate My Sand Thumbnail."
People don't like it when I do this.
Yeah, exactly. It's so true though. This community goes from calling someone a cuck for posing Gandalf's hat wrong to super supportive when needed. It's true, actually. It is true.
That's fair. That's a fair comment.
Anyway, guys, thank you for the support, Optical Dean. Thank you guys for being here. And thank you to the chat for being super supportive and amazing. And check out that video Dean reference. It's on there. It was the second most recent one about change and stuff like that. And then of course the most recent one was pretty fun, and there'll be another one maybe Sunday, if not next week, but we're gonna see. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us for a little bit longer of a live stream. We'll be back next Friday, 5:15 p.m. Eastern, same place, same time. You guys have a safe weekend, and we'll see you next time. Peace out. See you later. Bye. Thank you for watching another episode of Lights Camera Collect. Please make sure to click the like button and subscribe to this channel. And of course, check out my amazing co-host channel, Dean the Dream, collecting weekly, linked in the description below. Thank you so much, and see you in the next one.